How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk and Draw. This is, I believe, episode 5, and man, it's been a while since I do another of these videos. 5 months actually. I think the last video I posted was like July or ish, maybe June. I really have no excuse. I don't know. There's something about like making videos is a little bit daunting to me, whereas I'm just thinking to myself like, man, this is a lot of work, so I'm just gonna postpone it to another time. And I keep saying that, and now we're here. But thank you guys for watching, even though if you are watching, thank you so much for watching. And I've been finding myself really demotivated to make videos, and one day I just decided, let's just stop all of this and just get back to the regular rhythm and just get back myself into what I love to do. I mean, of course, I've been drawings and all of that, just my little sketchbook and stuff like that. But man, I haven't just sit down and just record a time lapse like this. But yeah. How you guys doing? Hope you guys doing well. I'm doing alright, I guess. A lot of busyness in the real world. Working 9 to 5 kind of thing, and go home and I don't know, just tired and sleep. I know it's just a big excuse for me just to not doing videos, but whatever. I'm here now. A little bit about myself. If you guys don't know, I am twin, and I'm an art student, and I'm hopeful to drawing comics, continue drawing comics. And this illustration you see here is just one of my illustration for the comics that I'm gonna be doing. It's called Letter for You. It's just about a little romance comics about this little boy and this girl. And in this illustration, I just want to illustrate how he is overall over the city, just sitting like on top of a roof, probably in his house, and just overviewing like his whole city. I haven't decided yet on what city I can call this. If you guys have any name suggestion, please tell me. Or suggestion in the comment. Thank you for that. But besides that, I don't know. I kind of wanted to just show a little more perspective on this drawings, where it's like it's almost like a bird eye view, or like a 2-point perspective kind of thing, maybe 3. Oh, then actually this is a 3-point perspective. I don't even know, but I just saw like a really cool reference image from like one of my favorite illustrator on Instagram, and I thought, ooh, maybe I can do something like that. Of course I didn't copy or anything, but it was more like a reference for me to use to just make on my own vibe and my own style. And I also want to change my drawing style for a little bit. Not as in I don't like my drawing style, but I just want to explore new things and be more flexible with other type of art. And for this specific style, I didn't want to have ink over for my art. It's still gonna be a painting, but it's just gonna be a raw painting. And what I'm doing now is just giving an idea of like a rough sketch of how the city is gonna be, and I'm just gonna paint over the painting later, and then yeah, just hope for the best. Actually, this painting or illustration give me a lot of anxiety doing it, because um, I'm not very good of just painting. I'm more of just, inking and paint on the bottom of the ink layer kind of guy, But a lot of time I just feel like I'm relying a lot on just doing my contour, instead of like just shaping out um, paint or gradient and all of that. It just kind of scared me out. So in this specific painting, or actually hopefully throughout from now on, hopefully I can work with this more consistently, and yeah. But yeah, honestly, you're gonna see in a little bit here where I'm gonna be struggling a little bit on the painting job, so I'm gonna do it really slow, and then eventually I get the rhythm, and just continue. How are you guys doing? Hope you guys doing well. Maybe you're in school, or maybe I don't know, you're just working. If you are listening to this, then thank you. It means a lot to me. This painting actually took me quite a while to make. Not just because I didn't want to finish it right away. I probably just was busy at work, or just honestly just procrastinate. So really no excuse. But hopefully throughout this this year, or it's already December, or almost December, it's already November. Yeah, hopefully by the end of this year we can get like a few more videos out. And yeah, I don't know, making videos is just a lot of works. I don't know. It took me, I think in total, almost 14 hours of work in this specific painting. Just because probably I'm not used to the type of style that I was trying out. But yeah, yeah, as you can see here, I just finished a rough sketch, and now I just kind of fill in like a foundation, the foundation color, I would call it, I don't know. Just to help me to visualize how this is gonna look without the contour, because in the end I'm just gonna turn off all the contour, and what is gonna be left is just the painting itself. And honestly, as this painting really stressed me out, because there were just a lot of detail, every building, every angle of the building, the lighting, and how other shadows gonna hit the lighting kind of stuff. And I don't know, just a lot. And then in my mind, or I'm just like such like a overthinker, so everything I do, I just have to like make sure I visualize out first how I'm doing this. Also, I'm a very finicky worker as well, so most of the time you can see me just working in one area instead of the place I should be working. I don't know, just something to help me visualize out stuff. I think I talked about this thing of mine, or this trait of mine, in like a previous videos. But yeah, also if you guys here, yeah, please make sure to check out other my videos. I know it's only 4 so far, but honestly, any of you guys watch make me really happy. I don't know, because I never done anything like this before, and I don't know, just if you guys find these enjoyable, or at least you can learn something here and there, then I'm very glad that I can help you out in any way. But yeah, back to the painting. If you see right here, I'm actually having a lot of like tough times of making the roof tiles. Yeah, it was definitely hard, because I kind of want to make this the cities look symmetry, but at the same time, or symmetrical, but at the same time kind of have the roughness to it, almost like, you know, it's been there for a while, and by doing that, I just want to have the tile to be a little bit unsymmetrical and stuff like that, and just the walls are a bit rugged, or just have character to it, and just add a little more detail to the aspect of the building, and just make the building look more, have more character to it, you know. And yeah, I honestly, it was just the pacing that I was doing. I was just looking for like a right pacing, and how am I gonna do this and all of that, just finding a rhythm of how I'm gonna do all of this, because after all, it's just not just one painting, or it's not one house, but you know, hundreds of them at once. And right now is the process a bit slow, but you can see later is gonna like be a little bit faster and all that. But yeah, that's, oh yeah, and then right here I'm gonna mess up a little bit right there, and then I'm just gonna refix it later throughout the videos. Did I ask you guys how you guys doing already? I think I did. My life, it's been okay, I guess. I just been working a lot, ROL, just trying to take care of myself and financially, I guess. Of course, I'm like nowhere near where I want to be, or internal goals and stuff like that. But I'm trying to find my way, you know. And I hope you guys are too. And whatever you guys doing, or maybe you are so successful and you just listen to me saying these gibberish stuff. Good for you. And good for you. I don't know, this is just a learning process for me, and hopefully I can just find something in the end of the journey, because after all, I guess it's just not about the goals, right? It's about the journey within and how we make it there. Yeah, sorry, that's kind of deep, but yeah, I don't know. I'm still trying to like draw often, and just find myself more productive in terms of like being artistic and visualizing, you know, all these elements and stuff like that I learned in school, and now just replicate it in my own kind of project. Yeah, and I think I found like a city, or in terms of like this illustration. This illustration was based on another illustrator that I already told you, but I also look at other images of like British or like European cities that near the coast and all of that, and they just have like a Pacific kind of color to it. I can just sort of show some reference images right now for you guys to see where I got it from, but yeah, I just kind of use that, and most of the time I just kind of like, oh, just learning more culture, and why would they have this building here and stuff like that. Is this right? Is this correct? And it's just your imagination too, right? And then just like Bob Ross said, you know, just use your imagination and just do whatever, and sometimes it just go out your way. I don't know if Bob Ross said that, but I love him. Yeah, so right here I'm starting to find a little bit more rhythm and working a little bit more fast, I hope. I'm not sure. I did spend a lot of time on this painting, and yeah, a lot of time I find that oh, excuse me. A lot of time I find that when I'm making these houses, I kind of want to have them have a different design to them, rather than just one house and copy and paste kind of thing. every house have like a different kind of design and interior and stuff like that. And yeah, just make them look kind of special in their own way and not overshadowed by the what's the word, consistent design, I guess. I don't want it to be repetitive for the audience to see, but more of characteristic to all these houses and making them look like they, been there and they have character to them, not just a house that's sitting right next to the beach, because that's kind of boring, right, in my opinion, right? We want a house that have more characteristic. It's been there for years, right? And I feel like that's a lot of time me working on character too, is that I kind of want these characters to have different characteristic to them and stuff like that, and not just plain out a good looking character. I feel like I'm not throwing shade or anything or critiquing anyone, because I don't think I have the the ability to. But a lot of time I feel like, let's just say anime. I don't pick anime at all, but a lot of time where these characters just kind of look very good and everything just kind of look the same, and I don't know, every character in like the series just kind of have a certain look to them. It just looked the same, and I don't know, I just couldn't find any interest watching those shows. I don't know. But when shows are successful, they make character look like the way they're supposed to look. They just have character to them, Character just doesn't have just triangle face and big eye and sparkly eye and just blush cheeks, That's kind of boring, and I kind of want to create character that have a certain characteristic to them, where maybe they have flaws in their trait and stuff like that, and that just make the character more interesting. Like you can really tell if the character is designed well just by the first glance at them. If you don't know, I don't know, just whenever I look at like an anime character and they are skinny, they are good looking, maybe pink color hair, and I just like kind of, as a turn down for me. So same thing with like illustration that I do, is like I don't want to just have everything look perfect. I mean, in the end, you do want your render to look somewhat good, and good to look at, but at the same time, what can you convey from a certain aspect of the illustration you're doing? Can I pull out a story that you are making throughout your illustrations? For example, I already told you guys this before, but the roof that the main character that I'm drawing on this illustration, the roof around him kind of looked rugged and worn down, and the cities kind of looks, and then the cities and beyond kind of look like it's busy because there's a lot of people, and then there's like sails and stuff like that in the water, just to signify that, oh, there's fishermen working and all that. It just build more character. It just these little details just have, I don't know, characters to them. And then even like the building in the front, where like it's right next to each other, where window right next to window, and you can even see like beyond the horizon and stuff like that. It just say that these guys probably like poor, and they are, living right next to each other because they wouldn't want to, but that's just how it is, I just want to signify like a city is very compact. Because if you go to like New York or LA or stuff like that, everything is just like very tight together. Every houses, businesses are just in houses, right? Where everything is just compact together, and that's what I want to like tell the audience, that yes, this is a very tight space, but at the same time, there also a beautiness to it, you know, the ocean and maybe some tree in the background. Yeah. But yeah, I started to find like a little pace here, as I said earlier, where I know what to draw or have like a certain color palette that I want to draw for these houses, and yeah, I started to start moving a lot faster, and a lot of time in these illustration, I think is kind of good to just experiment, I believe, because a lot of time nothing is gonna be perfect the way you want, because I feel like if you know exactly what you're doing, you know, that's amazing, but when you're doing something like this, it's just error and trial, and if you don't like the building with a certain color, you just kind of, you know, boop and do it again, and maybe a certain style that you kind of want, and just don't be afraid to like try out new things. I feel like, I don't know, it's not for me to say anything, because you know I don't have much of years in terms of like illustration stuff like that, but throughout experiments stuff like that, I do say that these stuff are very important. Just don't be afraid to make mistake and just work on what you want to work on, and yeah, eventually something will look better. Because I'm sure like in 10 years from now, or maybe in 5, or maybe even less than that, I'll probably look back at this painting and be like, wow, this is how low of a level I was, you know. Maybe you I'm not saying like I should be a humble brag about, you know, nah, I'm not good to do that, stuff like that. Maybe I do that sometimes, but maybe just 5 years from now I just look back like, yeah, I'm a lot better than what I used to be from before. And I think that's what it is to, or I think that's what it's all about, to just keep doing what you love and continue have passion for what you want to do. Is you just want to be better no matter what it is. And boy, I finally finished all the houses in the city. Man, it took me forever. I want to say it's like 100 something houses. It's very different from each other, and how it's all like interacting with each other, as you can see. And yeah, so when you draw in city and stuff like that, I feel like it's a good advice to think that houses are not just rows of houses. Think of it as like, you know, it's like a Tetris where like the puzzle kind of fit together in like a box, but not different, or not each of these houses are the same shape kind of thing. And you kind of treat them like, how do they fit in like a puzzle kind of thing. And yeah, I think it come out really, really well. Right now I just add on to some details and all that, chimneys and windows and maybe some of the support beams for the houses and stuff, make it look like it's not from this era. It's a little bit more old, maybe like 1800s, or maybe like, yeah, a little bit earlier than that. Yeah, like a church in the background, just signify that the church is, you know, a big influence from back in the day. And yeah, all the houses surrounded by the church, and it's like the marketplace and stuff like that. You know, you get the point. Just make it look like, make the cities look lively, and you just don't want a city just have houses or just street. You kind of want other elements as well, you know, that make it look like a city, where there's like maybe a school in the hill over there next to the beach, and there's just a port and all that. And yeah, just add in little things. I really believe that, well, foundation is very, very important, but I really, really do love doing all the details and stuff like that, because I think the detail is what really convey you to think about the characteristic of like a painting or whatever illustration you are doing. Yeah, like these even just little boats like that in a little marketplace and smoke coming out the chimney. It's just something to them. It just make them feel like it's people are busy. People in the cities are have their own things to do and they have their own job and yeah, it just make the city look more lively. Just little details like that really matters. But foundations is, I think, super important as well in terms of like, you want to lay out all of this foundation, because a good foundation is where all of the other things gonna make it stand, right? We're gonna make it stand out because of the foundation. So here I just add in like a little bit more nature-y vibe to it. Just little like hills on the side of like the city. And to say that maybe they are expanding the cities, or maybe those are the spot where people don't want to excavate and build more cities in the future, and just add more trees, a little bit of nature, again just more characteristic to the city, because a lot of time you don't just walk into the cities with no trees and all that, and just a little cute stairway, just make it look like homies. And yeah, these I love drawing trees, and honestly these trees are just really add on to like the little detail and stuff like that. And just to add on a little bit more is like the little bag, on the little farmhouse in the back, just convey that there are like an edge of the city and they are working down there as like farmers and stuff like that. Here just doing a little. We almost at the end of the videos where this is where just like the little bitty part, which is a shadow, and it's just the main character sitting on the roof of the city, and yeah, just looking hella cool. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the video. Just gonna end it right here, and you guys can continue watching the rest of the videos. And but yeah, if anything, you guys are the best, and stay creative, keep drawing, doing whatever you love, and peace.